Safety glass, really important when you're doing a room that's 90% glass, or even a patio room, the front walls are all glass. What type of glass you're going to choose, whether it be annealed glass, very typical to the windows that you have in your home. Breaks fairly easily, not that thick. Tempered safety glass uh, runs about 40% more in the average window to have that feature. It's very hard to break, really important to have that in a patio room. This glass, if I strike this nail, okay, as you just saw, that was annealed glass. Very easy to break, not that safe. Um, this is tempered safety glass, a little bit thicker on the edge, and it's fire heated. And then when it cools, it's tempered. So very similar to the windshield of your car, very hard to break. I can actually take the same nail. Does not break. So try and pull that nail out. Very difficult. That's the difference between tempered safety glass and annealed windows. We did a glass demonstration earlier showing you regular single pane tempered glass. Really hard to break, single pane. If it does break, it shatters. Regular glass shatters in a lot of small pieces. Very harmful, especially if you have children and they have to swallow it. So we recommend tempered glass. This is single pane, again glass. This is an insulated glass unit, basically 2 panels of glass, which is separated by a spacer to give you what is called basically an insulated glass panel. Spacers, you have a number of choices that you can use. This is a stainless steel spacer. You can also use a non-metal edge, warm edge spacer. We offer both the stainless steel spacer with the dual silicone primary seal. Has been tested longer, lasts a little longer than the warm edge spacer. Important too is highly recommend the insulated unit having argon gas or krypton gas filling inside the glass. That's where they insert a needle and suck out, it actually draws out the air and puts the gas inside, gas filled. Really, really important. I would not suggest a manufacturer that does not at least put argon gas in place of the air in between the 2 panels. Or even better, krypton is a lot more dense, inert, non-toxic gas, as well as argon gases. But highly suggest at least the argon gas. I'd stay away from any manufacturer that does not use that. These days it seems to be the higher end technology. It helps with controlling the heat a lot better, and also helps with the seals from failing, because what you don't want is that air or the gas leaving the insulated panel and it condensates inside the glass, which means the glass has to be replaced. Very expensive. So recommend again the non-metal edge warm spacer or the stainless steel with a dual silicone seal. And more important again also is at least the argon gas filling. Very, very important. You can see the difference between the colors or the darkness of the glass. This is more of a clear glass, and this has got the darker tints. What we recommend this in our roof, especially our sunrooms, conservatories, or true solariums. With this type of glazing, you're not going to get the heat gain that you normally would with clear insulated glass. Glare is reduced drastically. UV rays, it blocks 95% of the UV rays that fade out your carpeting, furniture. So if you do want to do a room with a glass roof, there's no reason not to do glass with this darker tints in the glass. You don't need shades and blinds to cover it up. Technology's come a long ways over the years, so we highly recommend the high-performance solar control glass. It's gotten even easier to clean with our neat technology. Sheathes the water too when it actually does rain, so that way it's even hard to tell that it is raining. We also demonstrated how our high-performance glass can outperform this glass here packed with insulation in that heat demonstration we did earlier. So the only advantage of this glass, you never have to clean it because you can't see through it. But if we can produce a glass that blocks the heat out glare UV ray, such as this, stuffed with insulation, as we demonstrated before, it's an amazing technology. Again, no reason not to do a glass room or a glass roof as far as that goes because of the heat, glare, UV rays.
I'm going to do a quick glass demonstration. This heat lamp simulates the heat intensity of the sun coming through the glass. Very, very hot. Temperature gauge, typically used for measuring heat coming through the glass walls for thermal areas. I'm going to go ahead and zero up here on the screen right now. I'm going to hit that with that lamp and see what that temperature comes up as. We got 430 degrees, pretty hot. So that's, again, simulating the intensity of the sun coming through the glass. I'm going to put regular insulated glass, very similar to the windows that you have in your home. It's double pane, and again, I'll go ahead and hit that again. So we are at, it's coming up as 107 degrees, so a lot of heat coming through. This would require probably shades and blinds to cover that glass up, which is going to be too warm certain parts of the year. I'll set that aside. This is what we recommend as high-performance solar control glass. You don't want shades and blinds when you're talking about doing a room that's got a lot of glass. And I'll go ahead and put that up here again and hit that lamp. And it's coming in at 81 degrees. So it's come down quite a bit. Again, still a lot of heat coming through. I'll set this aside. And this is a very well insulated glass panel. Stuffed with insulation. You never have to clean it because you can't see through it. But let's see what happens when I put this up and again hit it with the heat lamp, the thermometer. See what it comes in at as a temperature. 83 degrees. So what we had for the high performance glazing actually is blocking out more of that heat than this panel here stuffed with insulation. Some rooms you can purchase acrylic, Lexan, polycarbonate, virtually indestructible. Some of the problems though are scratching, as you can see. This is not a very old sample piece that I've had laying around, but you can tell from the reflection of it, scratching is very obvious. You get just a little piece of debris between your cloth and whatever you're cleaning it with, and it scratches the heck right out of it. This is a clear piece. You can also get it the smoke tinted. This is more of a gray tint to it, but again, you can tell still it's got a lot of scratches in it. The tinting does help a little bit with the glare control. Again, virtually indestructible. Polycarbonate. This is more or less of a Lexan. It's a twin wall material, as you can see. Some of the issues that this product has is the condensation on the inside. You can tell where the water is forming up in different places in the chambers. 100 times stronger than glass, although translucent, allows the light to come through, but it's hard to tell what the object is, whether it be a tree branch or something up in the sky you're trying to look at. Also comes in more of a bronze tint. Same thing, you can tell it scratches pretty bad when you're trying to clean it. Also, opal. This is a more of, if you want to block out for privacy, typically you'd put this in the roof too to help control some of the UV lights. More of a product that you would use any of these on a greenhouse. Not typically great for a sunroom. Longevity of it is probably at best 5 years and you have to replace it. These are more of a temporary structure. They don't require permits, and pretty much anything you don't get a permit for, terrible investment. You don't typically see anything return on that. And when you're doing a home improvement project, adding a sunroom, you want to try and recoup most of that back. So scratches, yellows, typically more for our lower end greenhouse products.